This 26 Sports and CCTV high school football presentation is brought to you by Cadillac Casting Incorporated.
Okay, here we are. Welcome back to fourth quarter action here in Manton. We've got a barn burner. Mike Maxwell sitting in with me tonight in the booth. We've got Frankfort 57, Manton 34 as Manton starts their series here at second down and about 13. Takes a snap, but it is blown dead. So we had some kind of miscue going off on the snap. Officials are sorting it out. And it looks like they might have jumped offside.
Right.
5 yards, replayed it out.
Okay, so now we're looking at a second and about 7. That is going to be from Manton's 38-yard line. Ethan Ansick set out to the right, full house in the backfield for Manton. And Rule is getting some room to roam here. Oh, and picked off by who else but Griffin Kelly. He's got room to go. Just about in, no, he's just inside the 15-yard line and pushed out of bounds. So big play there. And let's take a look at that. Let's take a look at that again. He was scrambling out looking for some area to run and made a decision.
Kelly.
I don't even think he saw Griffin Kelly there.
No.
He was kind of looking right past him. And that's easy to do. But he just seems to be in the right place at the right time tonight on defense. Nice play.
He's having an outstanding night, both offensively and defensively.
Yeah, he really is.
And Jeff, too, tonight's games have been pretty clean because usually there's a lot of illegal motions and offsides. There aren't too many of them tonight.
Yeah,
only one or two.
Right, especially early in the year.
Right.
You know, I mean, their first game, trying to work out all the bugs and everything. And,
exactly.
So two well-coached teams.
Right.
You know, and that definitely shows. Okay, well, we've got a timeout here. Maybe we can take a look at our sponsors.
Yep, again, we want to thank our sponsors for tonight's game. Cadillac Casting, Cadillac Tire, Lake City Materials, the Walkley Agency, Fox Motors of Cadillac, Godfrey Chevrolet Buick, Napa with locations in Cadillac, Lake City, and Big Rapids, Pizza Plus, and Duaglass.
Okay, and once again, thanks for your sponsorship. And also remember that if you want to buy DVDs of this game and all the broadcasts that we'll have going this year, you can certainly do that. You can get on the website at, what's the website there, Mike? Well, while he's looking for that, we've got play starting back up again. Here's Manton starting off. Oh, this is for the extra point, and bobbled, and doesn't look like it's going to happen. So, and then we got a late flag at the end again.
The DVDs are at cctv-cadillac.org or minews26.com. Also, these games will be aired at Fridays at 11 p.m. and Saturdays at 11 a.m. Also replays Saturday at 4 p.m. and Sunday at 4 p.m. If you missed any of the action or couldn't get here, be sure to tune in and watch the game. This is a high-scoring game and something you don't see very often.
All right, yeah, definitely getting your money's worth here out in the crowd here in Manton. Might be getting a little chilly out there. I'm starting to see some people kind of bundling up. But anyhow, we got a Frankfort penalty. They're going to march them back. Looks like a big penalty.
15-yard penalty.
15-yarder. So that is going to bring them back to about the 37-yard line. So I mean they were close inside the 15 there, and then a couple plays later, here they are back on the 30-some. Okay, so they're still trying to get things sorted out. Manton making a defensive replacement. In comes number 57. That is Ryan Bredell, senior. And it looks like we're ready to roll here. Okay. Frankfort in their spread offense. 2 in motion. Hands it off to him. Here he goes around the right corner looking for room, and not much there. That was 3rd down and a mile.
That was Ezra Beeler on the carry.
Okay.
For Frankfort.
So 3rd and a mile, he picked up maybe a few.
All right.
Or that was 2nd down. So we've got 3rd down here. All right, here is the snap. Throw up to a jump ball to, yeah, that was 11 again. That's Ethan Ness.
Connor Smith on the reception.
Yeah.
Connor Smith on the reception.
And we'll take a look at that again. But that was actually Ethan Ness at quarterback who threw that ball. So it was Ness to Connor Smith on a 3rd and a mile. Nice play, nice reception. So Frankfort changing up quarterback, getting Ness some action in at the QB position. And they are going to go for the 1-point extra point. Almost a lost snap, and
bad snap.
Yep, never did think he got the handle down on the snap. The snap was a little high. So that is going to keep us at Frankfort 63, Manton 34. Boy, they almost doubled up on them. You know, they just kind of let it get, you know, Manton was hanging tight.
You're right.
Really, and then just could not stop Frankfort and really couldn't stop Griffin Kelly.
They had a 4th down that was key that they missed, and that just gave Frankfort, who's almost been unstoppable tonight. And we may hit the triple digits tonight.
Well, we're at a total of what, 97 points, if my math is right?
Right.
So I did that without a calculator even. So we're at 97 points where we got 10:50 left to go in the 4th quarter. And, well, you know, and one thing about that is I think some players that might not have seen a lot of time tonight are going to maybe get some playing time. And so it'll give them a chance to, you know, get their feet wet and get out there and get some playing time in. Everybody's been practicing real hard all of August, so that'll bring in some new names and get some experience for all the players tonight. So that's a good thing.
And we still have 10 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the game.
Yes, we do. Okay, so Frankfort is teeing up. They've done. They've had a number of different kind of kickoffs here tonight.
Right.
So let's see what they do. They'll probably just kick it down the field. My guess. There it goes. They squiv it, but it's kicked down. That's recovered by
Jacob Hahn. Breaking loose.
Sophomore
Nice
Jacob
run.
Hahn gets a nice return. He's all the way back up to about the Manton 47-yard line. And like I say, there's going to be some fairly clean uniforms making their way out to the field at this point. It's starting to get a little bit out of reach. So Frankfort has opened up a 29-point lead. Okay, so here we go. Manton is at their about 47-yard line. Rule still the quarterback, takes a snap, hands it off to Jaden Perry. He's looking for room and makes it down just past the 43-yard line. Looks like it's going to be good for a 1st down. And he continues to rack up the yardage tonight.
Tackle by Myers. Kurt Myers for Frankfort.
Okay, and as the chain gang gets their distances set back up, Rule is there, takes a snap, turns and gives it to Hahn.
Jacob Hahn.
And he isn't getting much there at all. So number 2, Connor Smith on the stop. And that is going to make it a 2nd and about 8 from Frankfort's 40-yard line. Okay, Jaden Perry coming off the field for just a little bit to get a breather and maybe a drink. Okay, Rule steps under center. A snap, hands it off up the middle. He's got a quick hitter.
Yeah.
Looking for some room. That is, look like number 25. Is that 25? Seth Sparks. So Seth Sparks on his first run of the night.
Right.
And
Nice run.
nice gainer there. Looked like a quick trap up the center.
Right.
Love that play. Okay, so that brings it down to Frankfort's 20-yard line. So Manton has it 1st and 10 from the 20. Rule still under center. Takes a snap. Oh, that looked like it was a little bit of a
and he
botch
gets
on
sacked.
Yep. Little timing was off there on that snap. Almost thought we were going to see a flag fly in the air on there, but the officials just let them play through it and turned into be a little bit of a loss there for Manton. So it's going to be 2nd and long. Looks to be about 2nd and 17, maybe 18 from Frankfort's 27-yard line. Okay, Rule under center. Hands it off inside. That quick hitter to Seth Sparks again. Good for a few.
Sparks, the ball carrier. Stopped by 76, Walter.
Not a bad call. It just worked a couple plays ago.
Right.
So that's going to bring up a long 3rd down and about 13 from the 23-yard line. Boy, this almost looks like, you know, the Ethan Ansick territory.
Right.
They've been throwing to him tonight on the big play downs, which is this what it is. Nope, he hands it off to Jaden Perry. Perry not able to get much, maybe just a little bit.
Perry, the ball carrier, stopped by 2, Smith, and number 11, 9.
So that is going to bring up a 4th down. Looks like about 4th and 9. And no sense in punting now.
Nope. Nope.
So let's see what they got. They got to get 4th and 9, maybe 4th and 10. Trying to close the gap on this lead by a little bit, but Frankfort has certainly opened it up here in the 4th quarter.
Timeout, Manton.
And Manton has taken a timeout, so they're going to regroup and see if they can come away with at least get a 1st down and keep this series going. Okay. So what do we got coming up on the broadcast, Mike?
Okay, next Thursday night we have St. John's at Cadillac, and we also have Kingsley at McBain next week. So 2 exciting games there.
Okay.
And also remember, promote your businesses during the TV broadcast of these sports. Contact the MI News 26 sales team at 231-577-1844 or email sales and care of minews26.com to learn more.
Okay, and make sure these games, they do air on My News 26. That would be Charter Cable Channel 13, and it's also on 789 HD. So that'll be Channel 13 and 789 on Charter Cable. And this one is going to be a dandy to watch with all the scoring that's happened. Okay, so Manton unsuccessful there on 4th down. Ball is going to be turned over to Frankfort on possession, or on downs, with 7:16 left here in the 4th quarter. We've got Frankfort 63 and Manton 34. So we are close to our triple-digit total. We're
Yes, we are.
just underneath. We kind of predicted that. I don't know. We almost started to predict that in about the 1st quarter.
Right.
So, okay, so here comes Frankfort. And I'm trying to tell if that is still.
Oh,
Yep.
bad snap.
Yep.
Recovered.
Okay.
Recovered their own snap.
So Ethan Ness has taken over at quarterback for Frankfort. They're going to get him some game time experience.
Number 30, Casey Shively, went in for Manton on defense.
And Kirk Meyer had quite a night at quarterback tonight for Frankfort, too.
Yes,
he
he
had a
did.
whale of a game. Made some beautiful passes, had a lot of nice keepers, made some good decisions. Okay, snap went to number 11, Ness. He decided to keep it. Looks like he got about 8 on the play. Not sure if he got that many, but they are going to give us a third down and about 13. Back on the 17-yard line. So they got receivers split to the left and one to the right. Lone back in the backfield. Ness hands it off. Didn't catch the number on that. He's still going. Well, they tell you to keep the legs a-churning once you're in contact, and he certainly did on that to end up picking up a few extra. I couldn't tell, was that...
That was Adam Bauer.
Okay. On the carry, so that's going to be 4th down, and it looks like Meyer's going to come in to punt the ball away to Manton. We got Jaden Perry back to receive.
This is something unusual. We're having a punt.
Yeah, I know it. And Frankfort's going to talk about it.
Yeah.
Well, and sometimes when you get some newer players into the mix there, and then all of a sudden you got special teams, you just got to regroup a little bit sometimes. So I think they want to make sure they got everything squared away.
Again, we want to thank our MI crew tonight. Director was Morris Langworthy. Replay was Eric Watella. Camera was Wyatt
Van
Dynen. Play-by-play, Jeff Castell. Color, Mike Maxwell. Camera 2, Remington Hernandez. And camera 3, Jacob Owens. Good job tonight.
Absolutely. And we had the PA announcer, Jordan Shepler, calling the game over the PA tonight. Brian Shepler has done the clock. So, big team effort here. Okay, so now Frankfort is ready to punt. Gets it away, a high punt, not real far, but it does have some good hang time. Oh, it bounced off of, must have been a Frankfort player.
Yeah.
If that would have been a Manton player, there would have been a heavy scramble for the ball. So it looks like Manton's going to take over a little close to midfield. It might be going off to the spot of where it hit the player's helmet. So about the 46-yard line, Manton is going to take over.
While we have a second, we want to thank our officials for tonight. Greg Olson, Chris Gibson, Jerome Jones, Dave Scott, and Mike Stump. Thank you.
And they have done a fine job tonight.
Right.
I'm sure the crowd doesn't always think that, but I told the officials earlier we'd stand up for them.
Yeah.
You know, we were behind them all the way. It's not an easy job.
No,
really.
they got to be tired tonight, too.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, here we go. Oh, and,
there's a fumble.
Yep.
Frankfort recovers.
A little botch snap there, and fumbled away to Frankfort. So we're at the 5-minute mark, and another turnover. You know, there haven't been a ton of turnovers tonight, but there have been a few.
Fumbled snap recovered by the Panthers.
I don't think it was really a game changer.
No.
You know, in the outcome of the game, and actually the turnovers have been fairly even. So, but that happens, you know, later in the game when you got new players in there and everything. You know, they don't have the number of reps and everything at this point of the season. So, to be expected, but it always gives them something to work on in practice.
Exactly.
Okay, so here comes Frankfort with Ethan Ness at quarterback. He hands it off to number 21. That's, it looked like 21. He's made his way up the sideline and in for a touchdown. Nice run.
21 is...
Number 21.
Okay, so we're going to take a look at that again. Here it goes on replay. 21 works his way to the outside, finds the sideline. He's got room to roam, and just pushed at the very end by Rule, but he was already in the end zone. And we don't have a number on number 21. Sorry about that. I'd love to give him credit, but that was an awesome run nonetheless. Okay, so that puts Frankfort up at 69-34, and they're trying for their 70th point tonight on the kick. Snap goes back. It's fielded well this time. Kick is up, and it is good. So Frankfort turns the turnover into more points, brings the score up to 70 to Manton's 34. So they have doubled up on them now, and then some. And we've hit the triple digits, haven't we?
Yes, we have.
Well, I mean, you could see it coming all game, couldn't you?
I mean,
was
just
there any
from
doubt?
the opening kickoff.
Was there any doubt that we were going to get into the triple digits tonight?
No.
Oh, okay. So Frankfort's definitely got their offense in gear.
Right. And next week they have a big game with Muskegon Catholic Central.
Yeah, the state champions.
Right. So.
Might be a couple years running. I think they may have been state champions a couple years in a row here, but perennial powerhouse Muskegon Catholic Central, and that's quite a thing to bring them into your schedule. They've actually brought in two top teams with Muskegon Catholic Central, and they've also brought in St. Ignace that they're playing this year. So Frankfort's got a tough schedule, no doubt about it.
By the way, just for a bit of information, Manton plays in the Highland Conference, and they have Pine River, Beale City, Everett, McBain, Lake City, and Manton.
Okay, kickoff by Frankfort into the hands of number 5, Jaden Perry. He's looking for running room and still got some tripped up.
Right.
Gets out to about the 43-yard line. It's hard to tell, but it looks like he's breathing hard down there. He's done a lot of running tonight. So Manton will take over at their about own 43, 1st and 10.
Right. Also, next week, Manton travels to Johannesburg, Lewiston.
Yep, and that will be on 9/1, so that's on Friday night.
Right.
Frankfort hosts Muskegon Catholic Central. Manton goes to Johannesburg, Lewiston. And they got both teams. I think they got a lot of work to do here in the next week. Maybe shoring up their defense anyway.
Right.
Offenses look pretty good tonight, but you want to get the defense solid. That was a nice run by number 25.
Jacob Hahn is the quarterback now for Manton.
And Seth Sparks on that run. He's had a couple nice runs.
Right.
Got the ball a couple times and making the parents proud. Getting some yardage tonight. So that'll make him smile when he gets to see himself on TV if that happens. And it's real nice that you could get the DVDs here.
Right.
I mean, what a memento to have. Nope, he's caught for a loss. But the DVDs...
Casey Shively was on the carry.
Yep, but the DVDs are available. You can get single games. You can get team packages. You can get a whole box set of all the games for the year. They include games from Cadillac, McBain, Manton, Mesick, Pine River, Lake City, and what's the...
It's at cctv-cadillac.org or minews26.com.
Okay, so if you want to get your DVDs and DVD packages, that's where you're going to find them. Real nice to have. little stocking stuffers. I mean,
Right.
we're a little bit far away from that whole thing, but certainly be a nice thing to have hanging on the tree. Okay. And not much there for South Sparks. That was 4th down. So we're down just under 2 minutes and 40 seconds in the game. Trying to wind this thing down. And I believe at 35 point differential is when it goes to running time. I'm pretty sure that's what it is in high school. So with that last extra point, that boosted it up, and and the clock is running here. So, and that's a good thing. Okay, here we are under snap. That's 20. Oh, it's a keeper.
Oh, keeper.
It's a keeper.
Jacob Hahn.
He had everybody fooled, including the announcers.
Right.
Carried out a nice fake there, and he picked up quite a few yards on that. 40-some, maybe close to 50 yards on that. They end up getting him down around the 5-yard line. So we're gonna take a look at that. So watch this fake that they carry out, and he's hiding the ball real good. He even faked the announcers out.
Right.
Here. Well, we're
Okay.
okay. Well, we were going to try and bring that to you, but it didn't work out. So here's Manton trying to salvage some more points here. That's 22. Hand off. He's inside the 5-yard line.
Nick Dunham.
That's Nick Dunham, a junior. So we're at the 1-minute mark remaining to play in the game. Manton is trying to get one more into the end zone here. I mean, what the heck? What's a few more points tonight, eh, Mike?
Right.
Okay. So that is Jacob Hahn under center. He takes the snap, hands it off to 22, and he is into... You get in the end zone. Nick Dunham with a touchdown.
Yep, Nick Dunham with the touchdown.
Number 22, Dunham, the ball carrier, in for the
Okay.
touchdown.
That's going to make his night, getting the ball in the end zone. Okay, so let's take a look at that again. Let's take a look at Nick Hahn touchdown here. Hands it off. He's got 2 lead blockers there. Boy, they made a nice hole. And into the end zone he goes. Good blocking up front by the line. So here is the 2-point conversion. Hands it off. That is number 30, Casey Shively. Not quite able to get in the end zone for the 2-point conversion, so that leaves us at 70-40. 110 points? Is that what that is?
I never thought our first game would be 110 points.
I don't think the defensive coordinators thought that either.
I'll tell you what, they're going to have their work cut out this week. Both teams.
Yeah, they're going to want to shore up those defenses before visiting their opponents next week. So,
but for Frankfort, it's mostly been Kurt Myers and Griffin Kelly's show. They have really had a night tonight, both of them. And Manton has had some positives too, carrying into next week.
Oh yeah, they got a lot of good things, and you figure out what you have to work on and what's good and what you have to fine tune. So opening night football, man, it's awesome.
Right. And we still have 29.4 seconds.
Yeah, I mean there's time for a couple more touchdowns.
Right.
A few extra points, maybe a kickoff return. You never know. We're going to bring you action right to the end. And Mike, I'll tell you what, I won't even make you go through and do all the scoring at the recap, because that would take us till probably about midnight to try and get that in 110 points worth of touchdowns and scoring.
You're right.
So we'll take a short little recap, and but yeah, it'd be just about impossible to go through all the scores tonight. We don't have that kind of time. Kid's got to get to bed.
Right.
All right, here we go. Number 44 kicking off to Frankfort. That is taken by, looks like, number 35. He makes a nice run there. He's got the sideline. He's got some room to go. Cut off at around just inside the 35-yard line, or maybe at the 35. Nice tackle made there. That was Mac Powell on the return. And we're at about 17 seconds to go in this game. Not sure Frankfort is going to, I'll just probably let this run out here. Really no sense in running another play. If the clock does start, they gotta. I didn't think the clock was gonna stop, but I guess it did. Okay. But anyway, this should be the last play of the game. And they'll just take a knee and put this one in the books. Woo! Okay, so again, you're watching high school football action on 26 Sports and CCTV. We're going to take a little break, and we'll be back in just a moment for a small recap.